And after weeks of friction, India and the United States say trade talks in New Delhi were positive and forward-looking. U.S. Trade Envoy Brendon Lynch met Indian officials in New Delhi, with both sides agreeing to step up efforts towards a trade deal. The talks coincided with a phone call between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi, who turns 75 today. Both leaders struck a warm tone, with Trump thanking Modi for his support on ending the Ukraine war, though neither gave details. CNBC TV 18's Parikshit Luthra has more details on those negotiations.
These were the first in-person talks between Brendon Lynch, the chief negotiator from the U.S. Trade Representative's Office, and Special Secretary in India's Commerce Ministry Rajesh Agarwal, since the 17th of July, when the fifth round of trade negotiations were concluded. There have been virtual rounds of discussion in the last few weeks, but things had taken a really tense turn ever since the U.S. imposed a 25% additional penalty tariff on the 6th of August. Some very sharp rhetoric coming in from U.S. leaders, which had strained India-U.S. relations. But things have started healing over the last 2 weeks, with some very positive messaging and signaling from both sides, especially by President Trump and Prime Minister Modi, which has put the negotiations on a positive track. Having said that, the negotiators met for about 6 hours in the Commerce Ministry in Delhi, which is known as the Vanijya Bhavan. Both sides have described the negotiations as positive. The Indian Commerce Ministry saying that the discussions were forward-looking, covering various aspects of the trade deal, and both sides will now intensify efforts to achieve an early conclusion of a mutually beneficial trade agreement. The U.S. Embassy also calling the talks positive and saying that both sides discussed the next steps in the trade negotiations. We're told that the discussions will now continue in the virtual mode, and effort would be to try and find common ground in the next few weeks.